Hello, everyone in the Wednesday night EDAP 690 class. Last week we started our understanding of Mayer's principles. We made a decision in class that everyone was going to own a principle instead of having pairs or groups, and that's fine. What I want to do with this particular video email is to show you the process that we are going to do come this Wednesday night. I'm just scrolling through here so you can see that everyone has picked something, and here are your usernames and passwords for VoiceThread so that you can get in. We started last week with a disjointed, frankly, description and process for creating a VoiceThread, and I really want to go back and kind of cover that ground again. I won't take too long, but there are some definite areas that I need to cover, and thanks in large part to Kayla, who has done a very good job of keeping me up to date on the things that we need to do in VoiceThread. So I'm going to show you how to change your identity. In other words, how to put a picture with your identity. And we're going to go through the setup so that you'll understand how to move your VoiceThread. And we're going to put that in a wiki that I have created inside a Blackboard. I do not like the Blackboard wiki because it's rather limited, unlike our good friend the Wikispaces. But it's going to serve as our ebook for the Mayer principles. The other thing I want to show you, of course, is how to do a comment. So without further ado, let's move forward and do that. So I have logged in to VoiceThread, and I already have a VoiceThread that I've started. This VoiceThread is essentially a VoiceThread I've used before, and it has a ton of slides in it. So do not let that intimidate you. Your VoiceThread only needs to have 5 to 6, but it's a good place for me to start. I've stripped everything out of it so I can show you how it works. As you know, the way you add things to your VoiceThread, and what can we add? We can add pictures, we can add a PowerPoint, which is what this is. We can add a Word document. We can add movies. And I was starting to show some of you last week how to do movies, and I'll show you how to do that as well today. It's very simple. So I'm going to click on Add Media, and as you can see, most of the time you're going to be adding media from your computer. Now, this is something we didn't show last week, but if you want to have just a slide of your face talking, you can do that using the webcam video, which can be appropriate if you want to have sort of a beginning slide that says, hello, my name is Steve. This VoiceThread is going to teach you about X, Y, and Z. It's really not a bad way to set up a VoiceThread. From here, I would go to my computer, and I would find whatever media that I want to use, and I would put that into my VoiceThread. Now, you also know that just sliding the slides around on the screen allows you to move things around in your VoiceThread. So let's do the commenting first. So I'm going to pick the first slide. I'm going to go up here to comment, and then I'm going to come down to the plus sign. And I'm going to click on, for our intents, for our purposes, let's use the microphone. And I'm going to click on it. I will always get this flash permission box that pops up. On a PC, you just click on Allow and Go. On a Macintosh, you must have your Flash player set up so that it will allow, and I'll show you here, it's right there. It will allow Flash to work in this particular instance, in other words, inside a browser. So I have to click Allow. And if I can't click Allow, I can tab until the Allow button is highlighted, and then I can hit my Enter key. and hopefully it will start. This is one of the things that drives me crazy about Flash on your Mac. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And all I can do is just keep trying. Okay, we're going to pause and I'm going to go in. Well, I'll let you see what I'm going to go in and do. So I'm going to have to go into my system preferences. And I'm going to look for the little F, which means Flash Player. And I'm going to double check to make sure that my Flash Player is installed and it's the correct version. I'm going to go to Camera and Microphone. It says ask me when a site. Yes. Camera and microphone settings by site. I'm going to go ahead, I guess, and enter it back in again, although it's sitting right there, https://voicetread.com. Do not ask for permission, just allow, and now I've added it. I can close that, and I can close that. And I guess the best thing to do would be to probably try to relaunch the VoiceThread. So I'm doing that. I'm going to check over here. It says that is enabled, and I can continue enabling it. Click, record, and allow. And it's still stopping me. As you probably know, Apple and Flash they don't get along at all. And I can sit here and I can play with this and play with this to try to get it to work. But I think what I'm going to do is show you the techniques for when you're doing this so that you can see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and reload this page one more time. And we're going to play. We're going to assume that I can record. I'll click here. I'll click on the button that I want to use, which would be the microphone, and I start talking. And I'm going to say, welcome to the Ubiquitous Classroom. This is what it's about. And here we go. We are now going to go to talk about something else. At this point, what I can do is I can stop and save, and then move to the next slide, start again, pick my microphone, talk, stop, save, move to the next slide, pick my microphone, record, stop, save, move to the next slide, hit the plus sign, hit the microphone, record what I want to say, stop, save, move to the next slide. Now, that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, and I don't recommend this one, frankly, is to hit the microphone and start recording. And as you're talking, you then move through the slides. You move through the slide, you're still talking some more, you're talking some more, you're talking some more, you're talking some more. Excuse me. I love this baby picture. Talking some more. Anyway, you get the idea. So there's two ways to record your commentary, your narration in a VoiceThread. Way number one is to bring up the slide, hit the plus sign, hit the microphone, talk, 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 stop and save, then move to your next slide, hit the plus sign, hit the microphone, talk, 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 save, move on. The other way, of course, as I just said, was you basically start talking and then you flip through the slides as you're talking. I really find this one hard to do, frankly. But, you know, if you're comfortable, if you've got a good narrative that you're very comfortable with saying, go forth and do. Now, when we're finished, what do we do with this? We're going to go over here to your triple down lines, I guess. And I'm going to come down to where it says embed. I'm going to select the embed. Make sure that it says allow anyone to view and allow anyone to comment. Don't worry about size right here. When we put it where we're going to put it, it will automatically fit it to the right size. I know it says in the directions to add 200 onto the size. If you do, that's fine. Not the end of the world. But I'm going to now copy the embed code. I don't have to come down here and do it. I can just click up here where it says copy the embed code. Now, we're going to go back to our course. As you can see over here, I have a new link that's called Mayor's Principles ebook. I'm going to click on that. It's going to take me to where I have created a wiki called Mayor's Principles, and I'm going to click on that. When it comes up, I'm going to tell it that I want to create a wiki page. And on this wiki page, I'm going to give it a title. So I'm going to give it my name, Steve Swan, and you're going to name it whatever your principle is that you own. So I'll just go ahead and say multimedia principle. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, so just hang in there with me. I'm going to come over here to where there's the HTML. I'm going to click on that. That opens up a box for me. This is where I'm going to paste in that VoiceThread code. I'm going to update that, and as you can see, it's there. And then I'm going to submit it. And now, on my page that I made in our class wiki, here is my VoiceThread. And when I click on the triangle to start it, if I had recorded my voice, it would then tell me that. Now, one of the other things that we've talked about with our VoiceThreads is we've talked about whether we should allow them to run or to just be something where you click through. Well, in this version, let's go back in here and edit again. In this version, what it does is it basically gives us, it doesn't give us as many choices as the old version did. And so what we end up having to do is when I bring this up here in the upper left again is my little thingy. And I think under embed, no. So all it's basically doing is it is forcing us to experience the VoiceThread to where it just runs by us clicking through it down here. That's fine. Okay. For as little as our VoiceThreads are going to last, 5 to 6 slides. So let me make sure we've got this. So we're going to go into our VoiceThread, click on the left down lines, for lack of a better way. Click on embed, copy the embed code, come over here. We're going to create a new wiki page. And we're going to get to that wiki page by clicking on Mayor's Principles ebook. And as you can see, I will click on Mayor's Principle, and it's showing that I have a page now. And if I want to create a new page, I click up here on this button. It's basically waiting for me to give it a title. I'll just call this Steve Swan 2. You're going to call it your name plus your Mayor's Principle. I'm going to hit HTML. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste in my code that gives me this nice box. That's how I know it's there. And then I will submit it. And now we have a home page that looks like this. Very simple. And then down from that is a page I just did. And then down from that is the page I did for the first time. So that's how we're going to add speech, add our words. And this is how we can move it from the VoiceThread over to its final resting place, which will be our wiki called Mayor's Principles ebook. Okay, so I'll see you Wednesday. Now, the question comes up. If I'm coming in Wednesday to record, we're all in one room, which is not very large. It's going to pick up everybody's voice. Can I go somewhere else? And the answer, of course, is yes. I will see if we can get into G, although the last time I looked, I think there is a class in G on Wednesday nights. So that brings up the obvious conclusion. If you want to stay home and do this work, in other words, create your commentary to go along with your VoiceThread, by all means, you may do that. You don't have to come to class. Just if you're having problems, of course, I'll be there in class, and I will have my phone, and you know how to reach me. You just text me at 502-457-2937. All right, so that'll be this Wednesday night. We will finish up our VoiceThreads on Mayor's Principles. See you then.